shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about
Okay.
it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside. Are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We go! 8 Pilot, 64, weak.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Look at me. Door.
Take four. Watch safety creep, creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st and 10, Williamson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
There.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set, ready? 30 base. Rock it. Shoot.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight end right.
2nd and 6. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
You ain't going nowhere.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
To throw on 3rd down, O'Neal. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. O'Neal going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Zip it. Hatchet. Check the backer. Check the backer. 41's coming.
On 3rd down, O'Neal, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off play action. Williamson towards the end zone for Brown. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquise Brown doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. O'Neal. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. O'Neal. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. O'Neal. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Looking to throw. O'Neal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. He's got it with the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try to run with Lindsey. Nifty move. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in...
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Kiki QT, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football into the Redskins' head that they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw on second down. Williamson got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Zoo. Zoo.
Back to throw. Williamson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3. Check.
To throw on second down. O'Neal slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check 3.
To throw on 3rd down. O'Neal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
80 weapon.
59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check safety. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Williamson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Check 26.
Hey, high 7. Deep rip.
Throwing on 1st down. Williamson. And a big one. us here as he's taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. O'Neal. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Washington.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, O'Neal. He'll run it, and he'll go down at the 28. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Redskins.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And he finds Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Ready, break.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
It's 59, Mike the 59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Look at me. Go. Hey, wahoo. Now.
On first down, Williamson towards the end zone for Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 44 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Gets around him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10.
Check. Fresno. Shit. Wall. Get wall. Switch. Say.
On first and 10, O'Neal slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 83 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rock it.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll go again with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williamson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun, Williamson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquise Brown, 43 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check screen. Watch it. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw again, O'Neal. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st down, Lindsey, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Ready?
Brings up
Let's go.
Go on, go on.
You gotta step it up.
Be Griffin.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
the Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
It's a gain of 53.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second and 3. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Kiki QT. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go next! Just come on! Don't take! Spell! No! Check. Lucky! No, go! Shut up!
Throwing on first down. O'Neal. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. O'Neal. And he's got his man, Hilton. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike 42. Get him.
Back to throw. O'Neal. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On first down, Williamson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down now, it's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and 2, Williamson. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Slam. Let's go.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 57 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. 70, Indy. Hey, watch the ball. Shoot.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Redskins 7-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's